Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is showtime. Wayfinder. The Wayfinder. Not the Guild Wars 2 Wayfinder, which is your character in the later expansions. It's complicated. Sure, collect my data, I guess. Crossbase, currently disabled. Difficulty, old man level, thank you. What can I say? I'm an old man. Roll scaling. Off. Controller vibration. Off. Sure, Kate, you are right on time. That was about 1 minute and 32 seconds after I pushed the button. And it's usually like 30 seconds before I start talking as I wait for both platforms to come up to speed. Okay, audio languages. Okay, that's the settings. Graphics look fine. UI. Fine. Audio. Ooh, a big round of applause to the game company, not just for taking their game that had exploded on launch in early access and reworking it into a finished state. They set the default audio volume to 50%. Every other game I get these days, I turn it on, I boot it, and it blasts me over backwards because the volume is turned all the way up to deafen the player levels. This is exactly the right thing to do. Set it in the middle of the range. Thank you. Airship Syndicate, I believe is the name. It's a little thing, but oh my god, it seems like nobody does it anymore. They all just have it turned up so loud it's just terrifyingly loud. Okay, controls. Mouse moving is off. What is that? I don't think, yeah, I think that controls the speed. We want to be able to yoink it back and forth. Key bindings, fine. How about a new game? Oh, so for those of you who may not be familiar with it, this game came out, I don't know, 2 years ago? A year and a half? And in early access was meant to be an MMO. It was not warmly received, and shortly thereafter, the publisher, Digital Extremes, the guys who make Warframe, they killed their publishing arm and left these guys hanging. Design, I could say the design all is beautiful and somehow feels like home. RPG and MMO player. Game has rough edges and some learning curve, but overall it's nice. That's right, you were picking it up. That was, pardon me, as I mentioned last night, you had said you were buying it, and I said I thought about buying it, and because they brought out the new version and everything. And I said today, screw it. Why not? $25. It worked. So, I mean, I hope it succeeds well enough for them that the company can fully recover. Because, sorry, it seems like they did right by the people who played the game, bought the game. They kept working on it. It is also, and I'll mention this for Vorp, it is a co-op game. Co-op optional. You can solo it. Hold left. I'm holding left click. Nothing seems to be happening. Do I have to hold it there? I do! Okay, there we are. I'm playing at the easiest level. I turned it down one level because I'm old and I'm crappy at games.
We lived in an age of wonders.
I used to be okay at games, really.
We wove magic into steel and shaped the elements with our words. And yet, even in this golden age, there were stories of cities falling to darkness.
There we go.
of a force reaching from the shadows.
His name was Steve. Don't
We
want to mess
didn't
with
believe
Steve.
them until it came for us. The beacons had always been a part of our world. We never knew who created them, or that someday they would return.
Honey, I'm home. Oh, that's a big sword. I'm concerned if I see that sword come out of the gate. Or those guys.
But
Or
we
random
weren't
large
defenseless.
explosions.
We must get to the beacon!
This is foul.
Get to the beacon!
Silo, clear a path. On it.
So this was an
Horns, anger
MMORPG.
issues.
Not very well received.
Shut up and fight.
They reworked it into, in essence, an ARPG. And the reviews on that are much better. If you check on Steam,
We're too many.
It's-
Make for the gate.
it overall has mixed reviews. But recently, overwhelmingly positive. Mine's like 2,000 reviews.
We're through.
What now?
Difficulty
Now,
level on start
Grave.
doesn't give anything good in
We
return
light the beacon.
of constant beating. So, yeah,
Somehow,
feel free to tone it down. I
these
did, believe me.
markings.
Story level,
I can
old
do
man,
this.
old reaction time.
But I'll need some time.
Precursor. We have to buy her some time.
False one! This is vengeance for my people. This! I am sorry. No! Just a little longer.
Damn.
We're so close.
You've done it. The light.
Your gods are dead. Your world is ours.
Nice voice, bro. I'd like to have him do my my voicemail. Let's see, select a character. We got Wingrave, Archon clad in spell-forged armor. Starting weapon, Vanguard, forged by the legendary smith Torlin Irontongue. His smithy was raised by the Maze Wars. His legacy remains a mighty weapon. Power Bash. Perform a powerful shield bash. That sounds tanky. Survivalist. A wisecracking smuggler. Well, I dislike him already. Why do the smugglers always have to be wisecracking? Silo. Would that be Han Silo? Wisecracking smuggler? Highwayman Duskin Dodge was one of the first to carry ransom. Big guns. I do like big guns, and I cannot lie. Scattershot fires multiple projectiles in a blast while evading backwards. Consumes one locked and loaded charge. Let's see. Firebomb, oil bomb, protoclone, arc nemesis. What do I have over here? Ooh, magic. I gotta say, I am generally magic. Although it looks like daggeries. Yeah, slicer and dicer. Silo Ren. Very nice. Thank you. Traditional weapon of the Shrike Smugglers. Okay, Shrike Smugglers. Shrike is a good name for smugglers. Talons of their namesake, steel volley, spins and throws his daggers in a large radius. Shadow step. Well, I think the most straightforward for me is give me a gun. All else fails. I cast gun.
What are you waiting for?
I'm not going to like the wisecracking, though. I can just tell you that already. Traveling to the gloom. It is a cool gun, though. He has a cool gun. Very Wild Star visuals.
Can you hear me? Quickly, follow my voice.
I would like to. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Q. Power HP by using your healing flash. That's 5. I'm healed. Definitely looking like we could use a rebind here at some point. Good. I was wanted to see if I could see what my abilities were. Toss bomb. Toss a fire bomb that ignites enemies, dealing damage over time. Causes a chain reaction with oil bomb, resulting in large explosion. Okay, so 2 and then 1 is a good combo. A combo, as your kids call it. Leaves a pool of oil in front of a silo, slowing enemies. Enemies directly hit by the bomb are also oiled, remaining slowed even after leaving the oil pool and taking additional damage when ignited by firebomb. Refreshes the charge of firebomb. Oh, so basically if you throw a firebomb, you can throw an oil bomb, firebomb immediately gets taken off cooldown. Or a charge. Proto-clone. Dash backwards, leaving behind a clone that pulls nearby enemies in. The clone will taunt nearby enemies into attacking it until it expires, which presumably happens quite quickly. You can play any character with any weapons. Yeah, my understanding is that the weapons are no longer character specific, which they largely were in the MMO version. But don't change your abilities, only combos and stats. Gotcha. Arc Nemesis. Silo sends out an EGG shock. EGG? Electrogardiogram. Dealing a burst of damage, it remains in the area for a short time, slowing and damaging nearby enemies, and Scatter Shot fires multiple projectiles in a blast while evading backwards, consumes one locked and loaded charge. I have a gun.
Skylight needs you. Take the shard.
I take the shard. It's a bot.
I remember. I'm called Silo. My family were smugglers, outlaws. But they lived by a code. Did what was best for the people.
Well, for your own people.
Now, it's up to me to fight the gloom and to find out what's happened to my family.
They were eaten by the gloom. End of story. Find a new weapon.
Praise the architects.
It's dropping randomly.
I thought we'd lost you.
Didn't catch a
We need
pattern.
to get you
type
back
of
to Skylight.
crates. You know, my expectation, since it's meant to be an ARPG now, is that it's going to be random. Praise the architects. Thought we'd lost you. We need to get you back to Skylight. Continue dialogue.
There's no time to explain. You're trapped within the gloom.
I am. It's
But
gloomy
with that
here.
shard, you can cut through
just
the
dark
shadows.
and gloomy.
You must move quickly.
Cry.
I will guide you as best I can.
Okay, that direction. Double jump. The game's a winner. Right there, right now. Sprint to get where you're going faster.
Greater dangers wait in the shadows ahead. Be quick, but be careful.
Oh, R and then R again when it's in the right place, I guess. So like, yeah, so fire. That works. Got it. Watch your stamina. Sprinting, blocking, dodging, all cost stamina. I didn't know what was the dodge.
You're bound to this layer of gloom. You must find the anchor and destroy it.
Double jump. Yep. He's big. Headshots. Dodge is left shift. That's sprint.
Heads up!
You can cut through the barrier. Focus. Channel your power through the shard.
Channel my power through the shard. Also, all weapons have mouse attack and E attack. E attack. I have a Q attack. Oh, a melee attack. Got it. Okay. That didn't work out optimally. How about that? That'll work a little better. Character abilities. They have 3 basic abilities. Each with their own cooldowns and mechanics. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I did
You're close to the anchor, the heart of this shadow. You must move quickly before it senses your presence.
The heat is on!
Having slight lag spikes during activating abilities. It's not bad. Dodge while in the air. So space is left control. And that didn't. Well, I mean, it worked. I just didn't do it right. Yeah, left control is the dodge.
There it is, the anchor of this gloom shadow. You must destroy it.
Batman, it's the bad. Nobody knows what it's like to be the bad. To be the purple bad.
It summoned protection. Prepare yourself.
Let's heat things up!
The anchor is vulnerable. Focus your power through the shard. Destroy it.
I'm going to focus my power through the shard. Pardon me.
The path
Sharding
is clear,
myself.
but the shadow is collapsing. Quickly, and
Yes, control is the left control is the dash. This is definitely one where I would want to make some significant changes to the default binds. I'll have what he's having.
at last. Come, we have much to discuss.
If you say so.
Skylight is just a shadow of what it once was. But we won't rest until it's restored.
Birdie. Hi, Omen. How you doing?
It's good to see you, old friend.
Oh. Evidently I'm an old friend. Quest, Hearts of Darkness.
My friend, it is so good to see you again.
I think she kind of digs me.
I thought we'd lost you forever.
You're Omen. I remember a battle.
Don't worry. Your memories will return.
I'm not sure
in
why. I don't
time.
have a speaking voice.
That battle took place a year ago, and you were lost in the gloom. We've been trying to bring you back ever
Neo?
since. Let me show you. The Eldrin attack was a distraction. The beacon was always the target. We pushed past them and found the creature who was leading the attack. And you did what needed to be done. You fought to the bitter end. And your sacrifice bought me the time we needed. There's so much we don't yet know about the beacon. its power protects this city. It destroyed our enemies and stopped the gloom tear
Did
from
you say
expanding.
bacon? We don't understand about the bacon?
We couldn't
delicious.
close the
What do you
gloom
need to
gate.
know?
But as long as the beacon remains lit, our enemies can't pass through it. And in the year that followed, we've studied it, learned more about this gloom,
Pardon me,
learned how to bring you back. We survived thanks to you,
Well,
but the damage is done.
heroic and all that.
Skylight is safe and the land around it. But beyond the highlands, reality is collapsing into the gloom. There may be other beacons, other places that repel the invaders. The only way to find out is to cut a path through the gloom. And for that, we need Wayfinders. We need you.
Well, I am a Wayfinder. Both in this game and Guild Wars 2.
Your sacrifice, and that of the others, bought me the time I needed to light the beacon.
Bacon.
And the beacon's light holds the gloom at bay.
Bacon
It's
will
the
do
only
that.
reason we're alive.
It will hold the gloom at bay.
We still don't know. A year ago, the Eldrin attacked us and extinguished the beacon. And it was then that the gloom began to spread. It corrupts and consumes reality.
Why would it want to consume reality when it could consume the bacon?
The beacon protects us. But beyond its light, the gloom has swallowed the world, leaving only shadows and chaos. We don't know if anyone else has survived.
Pardon the odd.
That's why we need you. You survived in the gloom. You can do it again. With the tools you've been given, you can cut through its shadows. You must be a Wayfinder.
Well, they named the game after me, so I must be.
We still know so little about the gloom, and so much of the world has been lost to it. We need you to enter the lost zones, to find a path through the shadows. You've been through an ordeal.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
shouldn't burden
I'm
you with this
exhausted.
now. It's best you see what's left of Skylight and meet other seekers.
Didn't she say meet the other suckers?
You were a seeker once. You've just forgotten.
What? Forgotten what?
Before the Gloomfall, we investigated ancient mysteries. Now it's the Seekers who are working to keep Skylight and its people alive.
yawn tonight. Where should I begin?
Go to the Great Hall, up above the plaza. Wolf will want to meet you. We'll talk again after you've met with him and Lord Halar.
Main story quest complete. Woken a deadly realm of shadows to the sound of Omen's voice. With her guidance and the focusing shard, you were able to fight your way back to Skylight. But much has happened in your absence. I get 750 resonance XP and one Glay Gloomstone. No. Try that again. Gray Gloomstone. Yeah, that's better. I'm level 2. I got an affinity point and 4 echo capacity. I'll enter the Great Hall.
If I had soldiers like you in the Imperial Army, we would have secured the Highlands decades ago.
Right, another accented English speaker. Wolf?
I know a warrior when I see one. Welcome, Wayfinder. You honor us with your presence. I fought the Eldrin during the attack, just as you did. But it was your sacrifice that saved Skylight.
Yeah, heroes, you know. We're cool like that. It's all still a blur to me. Who are you?
Wolf. Before the fall, I was an officer of the Avar Imperium. Now I command our forces, such as they are. There are all too many threats. Shrikes, breaches. But you'll see for yourself soon enough. We will have much to discuss in the days ahead. And we'll have quarters for you soon enough. Much of Skylight was
Housing
devastated
is
in
part
the
of the game.
attack. The builders are working as quickly as they can. You have more important work ahead of you. But for now, find Lord Halar outside of the Great Hall. He'll get you ready for the tasks that lie ahead. Speak to Lord Halar.
I'm sprinting. And dashing. Well, I am dashing. Quite dashing, I think. Lord Halar. It's spelled more like Halar than Halar, but if he wants to go by Halar, who am I to say no?
Come for a lesson, have you?
Not really.
The new Wayfinder. Delightful. I am Lord Halar. As you know, my lands and the Dominion itself have been swallowed by the gloom.
Didn't really
but
know.
even now, especially now, names matter.
Well, yeah, your name is Lord Halar. If it was Peasant Halar, you wouldn't be that keen about how much names.
I lead the Arcanists among the Seekers. By necessity, we have focused our efforts on restoring Skylight. But it is my studies of the gloom that can help you, not my knowledge of arcanic illumination.
What can you tell me about the gloom?
What we know for certain is that the gloom alters flora and fauna, and never for the better. Where it lingers, it can consume entire regions, leaving only shadows in the gloom. What we call lost zones. You were consumed by the gloom, but you survived. Now you have the power to shape it, to some degree. The shard you've been given focuses this gift. Only a Wayfinder can enter a lost zone.
And find the
This
way.
is just a glimmer of your full potential. If you can enforce your will upon the gloom,
I am
perhaps
the
one day we can undo the damage that has been done. But I can only tell you of the gloom. Omen can show you. Return to her, near the Gloom Gate, Wayfinder. She will guide you in the next steps of your journey.
Okay, an Echo Matrix. Echo Matrix, far away in time. Echo Matrix. Now let's see. My loadout menu. You can set up character loadout consisting of character, weapon, accessories, and consumables, equipping items. Accessory set bonus. By equipping accessories that make up a set, the accessory set bonus becomes active. So, for example, here, 2 out of 3 gives you 5% max health physical defense. Here it gives you 10% if you have all pieces. Set bonuses, common thing in ARPGs, famously Diablo. View equipment stats, character stat panel, power ratings, including affinities. 3 circular meters describe your affinity, ability to tap into full potential of their gear stats. Each equipped item in the loadout has affinity aligned that are multiplied by the character's matching affinity. To get the most power out of gear, be sure to upgrade your affinities in the affinity menu. Max health, resilience. Higher resilience, the more break damage you take before your guard is broken. Weapon power, ability power, crit rating, crit power. So crit rating is crit chance, crit power is crit multi. Break power is guard break damage, delta enemies, fizz defense, mitigates weapon power from enemies, magical defense, ability power. I have a gun. It's no stars. My gun has no stars. That's so depressing. I have no stars. Alright.
There is work to be done,
Hi,
old
Omen.
friend.
City on
The gloom is consuming our world.
nom.
Our beacon holds it at bay,
Bacon.
but much was lost before it was lit. Beyond Skylight, you will find breaches where the gloom
Pants?
has ripped away pieces of our world.
Oh, that's britches. Never mind. A gloom breach?
Using the focusing shard, you can pass through breaches to reach a shadow of what was lost, what we call lost zones. These are unstable and unpredictable,
As am I.
reflecting what was or what might have been. We're running out of time. The gloom is breaking down our defenses, and we don't know how to stop it. We need you to explore the lost zones, to find a way to fight the
Find a
gloom
way.
and reclaim our world.
As if I were a wayfinder.
We do know the large gate behind me is the key. In theory, you can reach any lost zone through this gate. In practice, there are limitations.
Right. What do you mean?
Usually, you must find and enter a breach directly to access a lost zone for the first time. After that, you can access it in any other breach you found through this gate. But you can't just stumble into a breach. You need a connection to the lost zone to guide you through it.
Okay.
This might mean finding an object from the zone or experiencing an event tied to it. For now, I have a single connection I can share with you. The Codex Halls of Aurelian. There. Go to the gate. Follow the connection I have given you and return to the gloom. The shard you've been using is an incomplete tool.
As am I.
Find a Codex Ember in the gloom. Then we can
I'm not a
transform your
complete tool
focusing
yet.
shard into a full gloom dagger,
Give me time.
allowing you to harness your full potential.
Main story quest complete. City on a hill, worlds fall into darkness, blah, 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 blah. We get some XP, another gray gloomstone, a small Wayfinder resonance cache, thumbs up emote, thumbs down emote, skylighter, and reward tower XP. Enter the ruins through the gloom gate. Ah, skylighter's a title. I'm going to travel beyond. I'm off to the Codex Hills. That's Codex.
This is a
Halls.
lost
Sorry,
zone.
halls.
It's not a perfect replica of the world that was. It's a dream inspired by what was lost. When you return here again, everything, the layout, the creatures within it, may change.
Random generation.
This lost zone is
ARPGs.
tied to Aurelian, a fortress monastery of the Avar Order of the Silver Codex. The Codex monks were conducting arcane research, and we need to know more about them.
Are they on?
Aurelian was raised by raiders from the maze years before the Gloomfall. You'll need to
Raised by
establish your
raiders.
own connection
Raiders
to it.
raising? Those damn raising raiders. I feel weaker than I was
Yes.
before.
It was a miracle that we could pull you back to Skylight. But like your memories, some of your skills were
That
lost.
was careless of me.
Don't worry. It will all come back to you in time. This connection I've provided is temporary and unpredictable. Look for a Codex Ember. With it, you can turn your shard into a full gloom dagger and establish your own connections. I can't guide you when you go deeper. To escape, you'll need to find the heart of this lost zone, the anchor, and destroy it. This weakens the gloom and lets us harvest its energy through your shard.
Ah, a lot of lingo she's flinging around. It's lingo flinging time.
Explore as thoroughly as you can. We need the supplies and knowledge you may find, and exploration may grant you connection to other lost zones. Now go, and good luck.
Well,
Well, isn't that interesting?
approach a waypoint to unlock it as a checkpoint. You can also fast travel between unlocked waypoints via the map. Those are critters. Oh, didn't know he could do that. Sure. That's glowy, so it had to be good, right? Because it's glowy. Trying to remember. E was right. E was the smack them with the gun butt. You'll have to bear with me. I tend to go slowly as I'm trying to get my grip on things here. Don't know if there's ever anything in it. Oh, that looks bad. Alright, we've got more yellow juice. That's the code of Ember. Got another thing over here. Ah, Silver Spectra. I'm just busting stuff up because I'm an ARPG player, and that's what we like to do.
Let me show you how it's done. We make this look easy.
Alright, that's looks troubling. Nothing appears to come of it, whether you step into it or not. I like the visuals. Than I expected I would. Ooh. I like the fact that you can go poking around in places and see if you can find something. That's very cool. Being rewarded for poking around. That's something I like in a game. You don't have to just follow the obvious path forward. Doesn't look like there is a... Up. There is a way through there. Did I miss anything else here? Do I have to go all the way back? That feels a little bit clumsy if that's the case. I guess I do. Not too terribly far, though. Definitely worth the detour. That's the heart. Tune settings. Mouse sensitivity just a little bit down. Interesting that they have sensitivity for both the X and Y axes on the mouse. Oh, ADS, aim down sights.
This won't take long. That's what I'm talking about.
Grab the glowy.
What is this? Something new. Something interesting.
Ooh, she sounds cute. Who's there?
I hear an echo in the darkness. You have promise, yes. But you don't have what I need. Not yet.
Hey, but you just met me. How do you know?
Go ahead. Run along
Very rewarding
home.
for exploration sometimes, and sometimes
I'll
you
be
find nothing.
watching
but
you.
It's okay. Almost every location is beautiful.
Wayfinder.
And I was just wandering around. Yeah, I like a free. Well, obviously, because I've been playing New World, and I enjoy Guild Wars 2. I like an open, roaming gameplay model. Aurelian Lost. Complete Aurelian Lost Expedition. So we got 1,000 XP. A Chaos Imbuement. It imbues things with chaos. A Gloom Warped Journal. Journal used by a researcher at Aurelian that has been transformed by Gloom. While it can be opened, the pages are warped and mutilated and the text is impossible to read. And Slicer and Dicer. Green quality knives. Looks Fortnite-y. I think it looks more Wild Starry, but I can see why you would think so. Yeah, I mean, it has a cartoony model, but I think the visual models themselves are more reminiscent of Wildstar. Careful heading into lower skylight. Beyond the barricades, the Shrikes are out in full force. I'm sure they are, but they haven't dealt with me yet. I'm the hero. Putatively. We'll see. Yeah, Wildstar, I think. I don't know if they had any of the Wildstar devs or if they commented specifically that it was modeled after it, but I do remember there being a Wildstar association. I think some of the devs had worked on Wildstar, or maybe the art people.
Tell me, how are you feeling? Are your limbs working as you expect them to? Does your body feel reliably solid?
Reliably solid is never a word I have applied to my body. Or I should say, I never phrase. That's because it's, 2 words. How you doing, Jukebox? I feel fine. Why do you ask?
As a Wayfinder, you aren't just a creature of flesh and blood. You shaped your body from the gloom, and it's your will that holds it together. It's remarkable.
He seems very positive about my body. I think he kind of digs me.
Because of this, you have powers you don't yet understand. Think to your recent battles. Have you seen flares of energy flowing from your fallen enemies?
I was busy shooting them. Yes, actually I have. I take it back. I was busy shooting them, but I took a short break to observe.
These are echoes. Fragments of the spiritual essence of your enemy. Traces of who they were. As a Wayfinder, you can fuse the echoes of your enemies into your own form. As you progress, you'll learn how to weave echoes into your weapons and even your relics. This is a crucial tool that can dramatically increase your power.
Oh, now I'm
I
interested.
urge you to experiment with it.
Open Echo menu. Sure, let's open the Echo menu. Just about to play some Age of Mythology. Is that a RTS? Yeah, I recognize the name. The Echoes menu allows you to increase the power and effects of your current character loadout. Your character weapon accessories have a number of available Echo slots. You can equip affected Echoes. Each Echo has its own unique bonuses, so be sure to try them out. How to equip an Echo. First, select one of the unlocked Echo slots in an Echo grid. Open up the Echo inventory, which displays all your collected Ectos, or your Collectos. If you have sufficient capacity, you can equip the Echo by selecting it from your inventory. Swapping and removing. You can sweely remove. You can sweely remove, or freely remove. Swapping had a little echo there. It took over my remove from freely to sweely. Higher level versions, creatures will drop more powerful versions. Right. We have a couple of echo slots on ourselves and one on our Bang Bang. Herald, break power and mag defense. Yeah, seen people of Age of Empires. They released a remake of AOM a couple months ago. Then a couple of days ago, they added a fun new mode to the game. It's always nice to have a game you enjoyed get a refresh, even if it's something just like a mode. So we have a Herald Echo, and we have two of them. I guess the green quality one? No, that Echo capacity is 2. That's like what, power? Not sure. Break power and magical defense, so we can go with that. We don't have any that fit in that particular spot. Nor do we have anything, so we just have that one and 2 choices. What's the other choice? Break power and magic defense. This one has slightly higher in both, so we'll go with that one. Obviously.
You, Wayfinder, there's something else we must discuss.
Tell me what it might be.
The Silver Codex studied ways to manipulate arcane energies. We can use the ember you recovered from Aurelian to create your Gloom Dagger, and to establish your own connection to the ruins. You
Sounds
see,
good.
the shard you claimed in the Gloom is a rough and imperfect tool. You need to
I
make it
have
a
been
true
described
extension
as a
of
rough and
yourself.
imperfect tool as
a
well.
blade that can cut through reality.
But a tool nonetheless.
Use the Echo Matrix to combine the ember and the shard. Visualize the shape of your dagger. You can draw on the threads of the gloom and make your vision real.
Ember, shard, in Echo Matrix. More resonance. Another gray gloomstone. I have a real problem saying that and getting it out correctly. Little Wayfinder resonance cache. Vanguard, I think, is a character unlock. A title and more XP.
You are always welcome here.
Okay, that's the weapon. Right, the weapon. Pardon me. That was the weapon that the melee character had available. So, let's see. It was the Gloomstone. Let's see. Converts Blue Gloomstone into aspect boosts and perks. Used to progress between levels 15 and 24. Used to progress for levels 25 plus. We probably want to go with the Gray Gloomstone. Customize, view ingredients, back, and the dagger. Codex Ember. Hold to craft the item. There we go. Added to the army. That's a shiny pig sticker.
Excellent, yes. Let me inspect it and make sure your work is complete.
You know, always be sure that everyone understands exactly what's going to happen when someone wants to look at your dagger. All right? Be cautious. Careful. Be aware.
Hello, Wayfinder. See how I used your title, Silas? As is custom?
Silo.
Perfectly done. Woven from the pure elements of magic and drawn into reality. Now you have what you need to explore lost zones on your own.
Okay.
Let's review that procedure. To reach a lost zone, you need 3 things. A breach that serves as an entrance, a gloom dagger that can cut a path through the shadows.
We got that one.
And a connection to the place consumed by the gloom.
Okay.
A connection can take the form of an object, such as the ember now bound to your dagger, or something more abstract, such as a memory or experience.
An imaginary number.
You now have a gloom dagger, and through the ember you have a
Sound of a
connection to the
potato.
codex halls. So, what is it you are missing, Wayfinder? Have you been listening?
I'm sorry, what? A gloom
Once
breach.
you've found it, use your dagger to carve a path.
Okay.
Explore what lies beyond, and destroy the anchor of that shadow. Thereafter, you will be able to reach Aurelian through the gloom gate here.
There you are. Your gloom dagger is connected to the beacon of Skylight. Aside from being an invaluable tool for
It
exploring the
hit me
gloom,
with an
it also
awful lot of
allows us to
gobbledygook. I
communicate
mean,
to
not
the
Star
link.
Trek levels of gobbledygook, let alone Star Trek The Next Generation levels of gobbledygook, but a lot of gobbledygook nonetheless. I heard another voice in Aurelian. Was that you? I know that wasn't you. How stupid is my character?
A voice in the gloom. No, that wasn't me. I warned you that the connection would be unstable. Remain alert. But I'm sure it was just some
It is
manifestation
a
of the
lot
chaos.
of mumbo jumbo. They should have gone with probably just more straightforward names for the bits and pieces. These daggers, this shard, where'd they come from?
Lord Halar and I spent much of this last year refining the daggers as we sought to retrieve you from the gloom. As for the shards, that's a tale for another time.
All right, okay, we'll just
But
continue.
now, I need you to return to the Codex halls. We need to know more about the work of the Silver Codex. I always thought they were peaceful, devoted sages. Now, I'm not so sure. Our work suggests they were experimenting with a sinister force that may have been the Gloom, decades before the Gloomfall. This work could help us push
Pandora's
back the
box,
Gloom,
baby.
or reconnect our
All back to the
world.
classics.
As Lord Halar has told you, you must first find the breach tied to the Codex halls out in the
Pardon me,
wider
hon.
world. And that means leaving the
All right,
safety
ma'am.
of Skylight. Before you leave Skylight, I need you to bind your dagger to the signal fires here. This will strengthen your connection to the beacon and help you move quickly across the region. Once that's done, take the lift down to the Highlands and find Warden Haas. She's in charge of our defenses. I will offer guidance when I can.
Okay, more XP, another gray gloomstone, small Wayfinder resonance, is that it? Resonance cache, and XP. Speak to Omen. Skylight. Omen's over there. Let me sprint! Jump!
There
I
is
am.
work to be done, old friend.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for the memories. When we pull someone back from the gloom, the process is rarely perfect. One consequence of this are gaps in your memory. It's a terrible thing to lose your sense of being. I believe it's time we started putting you back together. Your dagger can not only clear a path to the gloom, but also a path to your memories, to yourself. Maybe easier to show you. I've allowed you to temporarily access a memory of mine. Go on, you should be able to see it. You can customize your look and character tab, by the way. Not a lot, but some styles you can achieve, and in the end, armor accessories you collect. Yeah, I know they've got a lot of sort of unlocks that previously were either monetized or available through the long grind of the game, are now available just through play. The memory's over here. Up there. Are you absolutely certain there's nothing we can do? I've exhausted every approach. Every time you stray from the beacon, you destabilize. I'm afraid you must remain in Skylight. Oh, that's so sad. She can't go
In the chaos
walkie.
following the fall, it was Wolf who rallied former soldiers and farmers alike, training our watchers and rangers. He never wanted to be in command, but we need him to lead.
Thanks for the memories. Was that a song by what? Panic in the Disco? He tastes like you, only sweeter? That one? There was a memory of mine. I'm dating myself, I guess. We were able to experience it because it's in a location that resonates strongly with me. Your dagger can not only shape the order from chaos, but also physically manifest memories of your past in the present. Right. If you wish to begin stitching yourself back together and remembering who you are, keep an eye out for places that harbor your memories. If they do not bring you peace, at least they'll bring you sanity. A little bit more XP, memory fragment, and memories. Haha, I can dodge. Haha, I can dodge. A landmark discovered. Skylight, the bitter end. That's the bar, huh?
Always better with the Vex around.
Hi, Ren. How you doing?
Hey there, love.
She digs me. She called me love. I can tell she digs me. I'm smart like that. Light the signal fire in Market Row.
The signal fires are tied to the beacon. It's this network of arcane energies that holds back the gloom.
Okay, the map viewer is where you can track your location and fast travel. So I'm at the fountain, right? View quests. The quest menu is where you track your ongoing story quests and other tracked activities. The Descent with your Gloom Dagger, now refined, XP, The Descent. Right. Tracked quests, 1 out of 3. Ah, so there. Right behind me? No. All the way in. Nope, back that way. That way. Upstairs? Upstairs. Haha, I figured it out. I scienced it out with my brains. That's glowy. There's something I can do there. Fish head. I have a fish head housing decoration. I don't have my house yet, but it's in the works. Fish head, roly-poly fish head, fish head. Eat them up, yeah. That's an old guy novelty song reference. I'm going to light the signal fire.
Well done. Now, take the Great Lift to the Highlands and find Warden Haas.
I will take the Great Lift to the Highlands. Fat Buddy! Good evening, my friend. The Great Lift is behind me.
What is this power? Ooh, I like it!
I'm not nuts about the vocalizations about my character. I'd rather voice those myself. I take it back that I want him to talk. Thought you were listening to Dr. Demento. Yes, there was the fish heads reference, and you have correctly determined that that is precisely what I was referring to. Dr. Demento. I can't remember the name of the act that did fish heads, but I know one of the two guys who did it was Bill Mooney, who played Will Robinson in the original TV show My God Am I Old. Thank you. I'm traveling to the Highlands. Barnes and Barnes, I think, was the name they used. But I believe one of them was Bill Mooney. Black and white televisions. Will Robinson. He was also in Babylon 5. He played Delen's aide-de-camp, whose name I do not remember. Cooperative pet play unlocked. I could play with a friend. If I had one.
Warden Haas is stationed in Lower Skylight and knows the Highlands well. She'll know the location of the breach you're looking for.
Skylight. Ah, I like that. That's cool looking. Visual over there. Nice. I approve.
Oh, when was the last time I had a good time?
I just remembered something.
Is it the Eldrin attack just to kill our bacon?
I just remembered something. I can't do anything to that. Maybe I'll have a quest for it. Speak to Warden Haas. They said Haas. I'm sorry, Haas should be Haas, like the avocados. Or Hoss, like the character played by Dan Blocker on Bonanza. Jesus, I'm old.
Wayfinder? Well met, Wayfinder. Welcome back to the world. What's
Aliens
left of it?
approaching?
It's an ugly business.
When aren't they?
We're fighting the Shrikes for resources. And out beyond, you've got feral beasts and gloom-spawned monsters.
You say it like it's a bad thing. What's a shrike? I think it's the thieves.
You'll find out soon enough, I fear.
Brigands, looters, there you go.
Brigands and looters. Some of them half feral from drinking God's blood and other madness.
Sounds cool.
Dangerous
I could use a
is what
shot
they
of
are. But
God's
what's your
blood, or
business
maybe
here?
God's blood and root beer. Because root beer's a great mixer. My business? I need to enter the Codex halls.
Looking for the breach. I'm no Wayfinder, but I know it. Head out past the foundry and through the ruined gate walls. Once you get to the swamp, look for the large gnarled tree and weathered steps.
Okay.
Be sure to bind your dagger to the signal fire here.
Yeah, well, I was going to try to do
You'll
that
find them
before I
across
talked to
the
you, but they
highlands.
wouldn't let me.
Never miss an opportunity to forge a connection.
Why are the signal fires important?
Again, I'm no Wayfinder. I've heard they're connected to the beacon, and each connection strengthens its light. As a Wayfinder, you can instantly move between the fires. You'll find it a useful tool.
Okay, here, let me do this animated flip of my knife and then stabby motion.
Let there be light!
I really dislike my character's VO work.
On your way then. But we could use another blade out here. These gloom-touch beasts get more dangerous every day. And the Shrikes are even worse. Skylight needs supplies, and it's getting harder and harder to find them. I know you've got your mission, but if you can kill a worm or scare off some Shrikes, we need the help.
Well, I'm a person who enjoys
As a
helping
Wayfinder,
for fat rewards.
you alone can chart a path to the gloom. But you possess powers and skills beyond those of the Watchers and Rangers, and we must all stand together if any of us are to survive. Many will ask for your help, and I hope you will assist those in need. But it's up to you to prioritize those requests and to use your time wisely.
I'm sorry, I don't do wise. Except wise ass. I do that a lot. Pretty much all the time.
Right now, I need you to return to the Codex halls and get to the bottom of a mystery. We'll discuss it further
just
once
said I
you're
could do what I
inside the
want.
ruins.
Main storyline, resonance, memory fragment, a little bit of resonance. What is that again? No, small resonance cache. And more XP. I'm level 3. Yarr. Echoes. Hold to convert to dust, increasing the power of echoes. Echo fusion. Don't think I have any more echoes. I do not. No artifacts, obviously. I have no real style, you know. I'm gonna get a mount. Do I get to name it? Everyone tells you you can do what you want. And that usually means don't do what you want. More so, it means do the opposite of what you want. Try to figure out what it is they really don't want you to do and do the exact opposite. It's not a guarantee, but that is your best bet. It's just like if you ask them what's wrong and they say nothing. You're already fucked. Just don't bring it up. Just keep your head low and hope you get to keep it. Let's see. All right.
Wayfinder.
Resource management. Returns from beyond the gloom. Perchance have you visited Lower Skylight during your labors as of yet? If not, I feel I should forewarn you. Warn me about what? This part of the city is overrun with bandits. Shrikes, they're called. When I was in the Imperial Army, working with common thieves and bandits would have been unacceptable. However, in the days following the fall, we accepted whatever aid we could find. The Shrike Syndicate burned any ally ship with Skylight when they betrayed us and seized the mines, but until recently they at least refrained from murdering travelers in the streets. Now they've cut us off from Lower Skylight entirely and begun stripping the city of everything that isn't nailed down. We need those supplies, the Watchers, the Seekers, even Lord Halar. Sorry, Lord. I'm gonna go on the assumption that his first name is Lord. His royal pretension himself cannot survive without them. You're more than likely to be surrounded down there, but if you need to thin out that scum congregating below, if we're lucky, maybe you can even steal some of our stolen supplies back. Right, I have a quest there and a quest there. Let's take a quick look at the map. We're here. We have a job board. Where there are no jobs.
We'll need another for the
So,
night watch then.
technically, that's just
easy
what we
to
call a
cover.
board. Yeah, a job board with no jobs is just a board. Well, he doesn't look hostile, so I won't shoot him out of hand. I was tempted to just shoot him, you know. Loitering is allowed. Well, which way do we want to go? Kill Shrikes and lower level. He probably shouldn't have done that. Missed me. That guy looks bad. Not that bad after all. I am getting a bit of lag at certain points. Recover stolen supplies. They're back the other direction. What is the purple thing, the red thing? That's the big guy again. Well, let's see what supplies we might have missed. Traveling to lower skylight basement. Sure, nothing could go wrong in here. Right? Okay, well, we've got the supplies. Spray, Etch of Grawl. I'm familiar with sprays. He's only 90 meters away. We'll return to him and we'll give him the supplies he was looking for. Hi, Warden Hans. Here's your supplies.
Well met.
You did exemplary work out there in times past. I would have put you in for a commendation. Of course, the Imperial Army fell with everything else, so I hope you'll settle for a little of the city's gratitude and some cash money. That being said, I can't make heads or tails as to why they stole these. The Shrikes aren't ones to scout out an area before charging in, and why would they need to ship God's blood out of the Highlands? I have something of a contact, an expert when it comes to the more unsavory institutions in the world. She charges an arm and a leg for consultations, but I suppose I'll have to eat the cost. Yeah, Haas is a woman. I assume. Possibly a bumpy dude, but the voice sounded more feminine. When I get a hold of her, I'll try and flag you down. Oh, and we'll need a good place to offload the supplies. Until then, hold on to them for me. Arcs be with you. I have no idea what Arcs be with you means, but Arcs be with you too. No clue. Alright, now we're off for the Codex Hills Breach. So here I think you can see more of the MMO that originally it was. I did not play it in alpha. I've been playing it for 70 minutes. I mean, I'm familiar with the history of the game. It had its issues. was in essence a big disappointment, and Digital Extremes killed their publishing setup. Either because of it or at that same time.
I'm just out here saving the world.
God, I am so annoying. My character is so annoying. I mean, he's got the gun, and I wanted the gun for the first character. What is that? Is there anything I can do with it? Evidently the answer is yes. I can make it spit things out at me. Should I hit it again? Not a whole bunch of the currency, whatever it is. Publishers killing games, NCSoft, now this one. Well, I have to give NCSoft credit that they finally they licensed the Homecoming City of Heroes cluster. I think that's a huge win for those of us who used to play it. We start unlocking minigame, battle pass, etc. And the menu is the key icon. Whoops. Alright, in this direction. Got something over there. Oh, something fired at me. Any hero can use any weapon? Yeah, right. I do know, but for the start, I wanted to start with the gun. I'm more comfortable with the sort of first-person shootery as opposed to the stabby-stabby and the melee dude. Sort of the melee tanky dude. But I do know from what I read, because I read a couple of reviews, watched a review on what
Hold
the
a
game
moment.
is.
Before you enter, bind your blade to the
I'm aware of a few
signifier
things.
nearby.
We've had Shirke's been helping.
This way will be easily retrieved,
He's been
should you
playing.
need to. A previous expedition discovered unnatural deadly spiders in the
Spooters?
shadows of Aurelian. Lord Halar believes these aren't spontaneous creations of the gloom. They're tied to the Silver Codex's work. Did the Codex somehow harness the gloom decades before the fall and use it to cause mutations?
Sounds like the Codex.
We need answers.
Not the good guys.
Search for spiders and see what you can find.
How did you learn about these spiders?
You aren't the only Wayfinder.
No, I'm just
You'll
the
meet
best.
the others eventually. Now go. There's work to be done.
Old people doing their research before buying something? Bah humbug. Yeah, well, it was kind of a impulse as well. Yeah, I saw the positive reviews of the new game. There's the pink. And I like the idea of supporting a team that has decided to not bail on the game they created, but actually rather try to do something with it. I admire that. And I am a big ARPG player. Requires Wingrave. Well, I'm not on Wingrave. Use the Echo Matrix. I don't see any reason to. Okay, that's that. We're going in, guys. Monks of Aurelian devoted their lives to studying the mysteries of the architects. Yet, in the twilight years of the Maze War, their great monastery fell to a mysterious force. Only ruins remain to haunt the highlands, and scavengers come to pick at the secrets of the fallen order. I'm going to enter the gloom. Power range, 96 to 655. So I'm at 262. That is yes. Oh. Ow! Stabbity!
The spiders craft crystalline webs. Shatter any that you find. Lord Halar can analyze the residue.
Well, isn't that interesting?
I don't know. I've seen one of these before, but I have no idea what it did. And I still don't know what it does. It makes me momentarily pink. Ah, it's the checkpoint. Thank you. That makes sense. Let's party.
Light 'em up! He is on!
Oh, side door. Is it a mimic? I don't know if the game has mimics. That's just, you know. Nice big two-handed axe. That's tempting. Who doesn't like a great big two-handed axe? I don't think any gamer in their right mind doesn't enjoy a great big two-handed axe. And you will pardon my slow pace of play. I am generally a very deliberate player, even in ARPGs where most of the time it's zoom zoom. But in most games I play at a very deliberate pace. That's a polite way of saying I'm slow. Big. He likes to jump. Yeah, I understand that there is a lot of stuff tucked away, and I'm a fan of that kind of gameplay. I enjoy that very much.
Let's heat things up!
So for me, that's a huge win. Oh, I can shoot it? No. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. God gave us two hands to grip two-handed axes, exactly. And for those who are really mighty, to grip one in each hand. Destroy the crystal webbing. Oh, the webbing. And none of that appears to be working. Doesn't seem to be working.
Well done.
Oh, there we go. I just didn't
Now,
shoot it enough.
Return to Lord Halar so we can analyze the residue of
Note
the
to
webs.
self, shoot it more. Regardless of what we're doing, the answer is shoot it more. Yeah. Keep smashing it indeed. That's what she said. It's locked. A mini game? Could have sworn I saw it toggle off for a second. Am I trying to get all of them on? That does not appear to be it. Well, we've got 8 of them, so that gives us 2 to the 8 different options. Could have sworn I saw it flicker off for a second, but I am assuming that is a. Oh, go in here. Oops. I assume that is a mini game of some sort. Wow! Ow! Okay. Rude. That comes back out. Believe it has a pattern on the bottom of the chest. Oh, yep, you're entirely correct. Thank you. You are 1000% correct. Now, I hear some... Sounds like a great big blade swinging back and forth. It is a great big blade swinging back and forth. I also saw that there were some stuff over yonder that I want to get to. Oh, we're still up. Okay, good. See, this is the kind of gameplay I really do enjoy. Wandering around, seeing what I can find. Now, obviously, I'm new to the game, so all of this stuff is going to be new. And presumably, after some length of time, it becomes, you know, something you've dealt with a bunch and you recognize it, and it's much less interesting. But right now, I think it's cool. Double stab. And a round wooden stool. You are entirely correct. Dun dun! Thank you very much. Both of you for the hints. I'm rich. Randomly generated room with big two-handed axe swinging. I guess it's just appreciate the beauty. Well, I mean, maybe. Who doesn't like it? We've already talked about the beautiful wonder of two-handed axes. And we get check marks because we have completed cool stuff. That looks like an exploding barrel. I'm going to check that out. Probably not. Let's see, in this direction. Is this door openable? It is. We've got bad guys. Stay on your toes. That's the save point. We're really in the great something. That looks like spooters. I was told to keep my eye open for spooters, right? Well, maybe they're not technically spooters. They do look like spooters. Level 4. Because I am a bad mamma jamma. Wow, am I old? I like the visuals. Oh, that. like the visuals. No idea if that does anything. Doesn't look like it, but I could be wrong. Looks like it should maybe light up a light. Don't know. I'm heading over here before I head down there. It's just my way. There's more stuff in there. I think I need to head down here first. Water. Seems suspicious, and we have a purple light. Oh. We got bugs. We got bugs, Mr. Rico. Zillions of them. Old guy book reference. You too? You too. Starship Troopers is exactly correct. Well done. Mostly I was reciting the book, but, you know, that's a big spooter, guys. That's a honkin' good-sized spooter. And a questy thing. That's a big spooter. We have multiple big spooters. Everybody? Was everyone served? Did everyone get what they were looking for? I'll take the journal. No idea what it was, but it appears that it does something. You got all kinds of glowies and stuff. Got a checkpoint. All right. More goodies. Still more goodies. Look at the goodiness. Lord, I love me some goodies. Silk Mistress Echo. Well, that sounds naughty. Particular reason I need to go into the water, so I won't. Can I get through the sort of mist? Looks like not. Maybe from over here. Nope, no can get in. Nothing obvious there. Requires Grendel. I do not have Grendel yet. Alright, what could we do with this? That's where we came in. Line the orbs to open the way. Cool. We have a puzzle, ladies and gentlemen. A puzzle. Okay, I think I got it. close. Don't think that was a winner. I think no, this one's not one. I think this one wasn't close enough. I think the glowing octagons, 8-sided dice. I'm smarter than I look, guys. I mean, that's a low bar, granted. Shoot these or well, they can't hatch if you murder them before they can hatch. Let that be a lesson to all of you. Always murder things in good time. It's important. Alright. Back up again. I am so far really enjoying the exploratory nature of the game. So far, that's the part that has got me impressed. Gameplay is perfectly good. But the exploration stuff I really dig. Already been in there. Yep. So now we're headed down this way. More baddies. We have more baddies. Well, we're going to do a little investigating, because that's what we do. We like that stuff. Uh-huh. Oh, hi. Sorry. Didn't see you there. I wouldn't have started contemptuously reloading in your face if I'd seen you there. Blood brew. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Looks like that goes on for a ways, so let's head back over here to this area. We've got down or up? I will go up first, I think. Oh, bug. These are way more extensive than I was expecting. You know?
This won't take long.
man can occasionally do a little bit of murderation. Nothing up there. That appears to have been... Wow. These things are just way more expensive than I... Right. There's a way through here. Where'd he go? Oop! Wrong button. Anyone could do it, really. God, they've got so much stuff going on here. Okay, that's just visual. Actually, kind of relieved. Because I've left stuff behind, and my FOMO is like, can't leave anything undone, or my head will explode. Okay, that was poor, and poorer. Oh, we're at the exit, though. That requires Senja. Let's go ahead and take a heal potion. Why futz around? We're at the end. Like level 4, you can unlock new skills and upgrade on character menu at any time. Excellent.
You're going down. Light 'em up.
That thing's all disease blade. Not a fan. How much it burn a little bit? Oh, it's a boss. That's why I was not really noticing.
Who else wants some?
Alright, I was a boss. Didn't realize. Now I do. His life total is at the top. Got it figured out eventually. All right. Fine, I'll slice you with my knife. Leave the gloom. Expedition complete. Went from level 3 to level 5. Got bonus rewards of great stuff. Gloom wrap journal, slicer and dicer. I think the exact same stuff I got last night. Dang it. Hold to exit. Oh, items. I got all kinds of items, guys. Holy crap. Holy. No shortage of stuff around here. Checkpoints allow you to hop around the map if you miss something further back. Ah, okay. Thank you. I'm just curious as to, from an optimization point of view, Not that I care much about optimization. I like the fun stuff. But from an optimization point of view, if it is better to just kind of speed run it, going whichever way you want that's leading towards the end and getting it done and moving on to the next thing, or if it's better to do all the exploration. Personally, I prefer the exploration stuff, but it's certainly possible that the advantage actually lies, from an optimization point of view, the other way. Where am I going? Where am I going? Let's try that again. I said let's try that again. Okay, I'm at the Codex Halls. That's better. Yeah, that's way better. Can I click and I can't click and drag. Why can't I not click and drag? Set map marker. No. Oh, okay. I see for that. Move camera. Ah, there we are. Right click. So say there? No. Won't let me go there. Why won't it let me go there? Is that not where I came from? Where'd I come from? Repository of knowledge, not to confuse with the suppository of knowledge. Two very, very different things. Right, that's a box I opened. That's the job board. I want to go back to the Great Lift. Ah, there we go. I got
Did you
it.
see Ruby? Give her my best. The Watchers have spoken highly of the new quarters she built for them.
You can use the checkpoint until you activate them. So it's more of a missed something tool and not a I want to skip this tool. Right, yeah, that makes sense. No, but just if generally what I was trying to say was that if you're an optimizer, a min-maxer, I'm just curious to whether it's faster to focus on getting the quest, getting the mission done and moving on to the next one, or whether the cool stuff that's behind all the different ways of going through it is more rewarding. I know for me personally, that's going to be more rewarding because it's fun. This way. Find the Stone King's tomb. That's a quest item I picked up while I was futzing around. We have Watcher Hagrin. Finding courage. I'm Watcher Hagrin. I've heard of your deeds and have something of import to ask you. Would you hear me out? I have time. I patrolled the other night. There were no shrikes to be seen, only an exuberant crowd. Time for me to eat a haunch and keep the peace, correct? Right? Wrong. When I returned home, I found myself without my purse. Retraced my steps, only to find nothing but the straps cut from me. With my armor on, I felt nothing. Those brazen shrikes must have pickpocketed it. It was a black velvet bag with a gladiator's fist and gold embroidery on the side. I would have known it. Should have known it was to be too tempting a target. This insult to the Watchers cannot stand. I would have justice exact a price from their hides until it's restored to me. Sure. I mean, why not? I miss the gladiator matches. Well, yeah, I miss the gladiator matches. They were awesome. Ah! Oh. Take me up. Lift me up on high. For anyone who came expecting more New World play tonight, I did finish off the storyline. So I'm continuing to play New World. I just no longer, having finished off the storyline, the main storyline, all the way through the Elysian Wilds stuff from Rise of the Angry Earth. I just don't think it's as important for me to stream it. I think I've streamed all of the, sort of progress in the game. So I'm going to keep playing that offline. But I wanted to try something else, and this popped up, and Shirky mentioned it to reinforce that I had been interested in it from what I had read earlier in the day, and so, yeah, what the hell.
I can feel the energy of the bacon.
I can feel the energy of the bacon too, man, and I dig it. Bacon. What? He said beacon? No, I'm pretty sure he said bacon. Lord Halar, I'm sorry. I'm too high above you. Lord.
Wayfinder. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. These creatures were altered with arcanic power. Shadow, certainly, perhaps a hint of chaos.
Delicious.
This isn't the random work of the gloom. This shows intention.
What do you mean?
The Codex were monks of the Imperium. They couldn't have done this. Even if they knew how, working with the element of shadow is anathema in the Avar faith. I must know more. Wayfinder, you must find the source of this. But to do so, we must accelerate your training.
Okay.
You must learn to shape the gloom.
What do you mean?
The gloom is a maelstrom of shadows and chaos. Anchors pull together visions of what might have been, fragments of the whole. And when you leap in blindly, an anchor pulls you in.
I see.
But you can do more than this. With your dagger, you can cut through the chaos and carve a direct path. You can hunt down an enemy, strike a specific foe.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
These webs hold traces of a greater threat. I can isolate its spore. I can give you what you need to hunt. But you are not fully prepared.
You are not prepared.
You must meet the other seekers. Each has something you need, tools you can use. Arsenal can arm you. The engineer can give you strength. Venge finds treasures in the rubble. And Omen is the wisest of all. Go, speak to them.
More resonance. Gray gloomstone. Got a typhoon axe. We got the juggler remote. Fancy feat title. Let's see. Find Arsenal in Market Row. He can kiss my arsenal. Let's use that. Echo Matrix. Blue Gloomstone is ready. 15 to 24, but I'm not high enough level. That's the crafting of it. So, echoes. We're back here. We got a bunch of green echoes for ourselves, and they can also be piped into the guns. Let's see. Physical defense and magical defense. A little bit less physical, but some magical to boot. That seems pretty nice. And that takes 14 power, or echo capacity is insufficient. Got it, because I have 6 power available, but only 2 space, so to speak. Got it. In the weapon, in my own personal bodiness, we can manage this. Let's see. 199 and 66. 199 and 66. We have 2 of those. Let's go ahead and equip that. Increase our physical defense and our magical defense. Our physical defense is 823, magical 438. So we do have multiple slicers and dicers, which was the weapon that there are 3 characters you can start with. One of them has the Vanguard, one of them has the gun, that's what I am, and one of them had the slicer and dicer. So Typhoon is presumably belongs to a 4th as their initial weapon. Anyway, that's weapons. Accessories, cool. Don't know. That's general power, I believe. Like character power. These are echoes. Ooh, that's the Silk Mistress echo that we got for killing one of the boss mobs. Or 2 of them. I guess we killed 2 of them. Armor. I'm currently equipped Tactician Bag. Well, those are all everything I have equipped. We've got some potions, upgrades, imbuements, housing items. Multiple housing items, including the fish head, roly-poly fish head. Materials recipes. Cool. to right-click on them. Mark as favorite, mark for sell. Oh, I guess you probably have to keep the recipes, I'm guessing. Don't know that for a fact. That's guesswork. I'm doing guessing. I'm doing a lot of guessing. Okay, cool. No shortage of systems, which is good, actually. I like a game with a lot of systems as long as they are logical and work well together and aren't too obscure. Let's find Arsenal.
Have you met Ruby? I am attempting to
Hi, Arsenal.
Arm yourself.
boundless
Quests,
optimism.
controlling the chaos.
I see a Wayfinder, newborn from the void. You are Skylight's fist, child. And
Rawr.
I am the
Hey,
weapon
Misty.
master.
Been a
I
while.
am
Welcome back.
Arsenal. And I can place steel in your hands.
I like steel. I already have a weapon.
You need a weapon worthy of a legend.
That's true.
Eclipse, the Titan's Bane.
Nice. Cool names.
I know many weapons you might wield, but all have been swallowed by the gloom. Lost, but not forever.
Well, perhaps I can chase down one of these awesome weapons.
We drew you forth from the gloom when you were lost.
I like to
You
consider
can do the
myself
same
misplaced
now.
more than lost.
You can call an echo of a legendary weapon from the void, and you can make it real.
What do you mean?
Your weapon is still only a shadow of what it can be.
Okay.
You can weave echoes into your weapons, just as you use them to strengthen yourself.
Yeah.
Each of your weapons has a story, Wayfinder. The better you know your weapon, the better it will serve you.
Okay.
Reach into the void.
Do you have anything? Ooh, awaken weapons. Let's see. Awakening. Once a weapon has been acquired, you can awaken it by bringing rare materials to Arsenal and navigating the weapon class tabs to find the weapon you would like to awaken. Each time you awaken a weapon, the cost for subsequent awakenings will increase. Logical. Awakening bonuses apply to all instances of the awakened weapon, whether it's one you found previously or one you're yet to find in the future. So, if we make our weapon from a 0-star to a 2-star, any future ones we find would be a 2-star. Awakening bonuses for each awakening can be previewed and can include increased base stats, echo capacity, and additional echo slots. That all makes sense. Guardian, Executioner, Twin Striker, Marksman. Okay, what can we do about that? So I don't have the materials. Don't have the materials. Don't have the materials. Have the gold, not the materials. Oh, I see, and that's the things I need. Shadow-wrapped Spectra. That was Ransom Shell, Ransom Form, and Ransom Spirit are the ways this thing can be awakened. And 1 star would increase the base weapon stats by 15%, and increase the echo capacity too for each echo slot. You have any cool weapons? Let's see. I don't have enough gold for any of them. That would be the ransom. The 0-star. Okay, so I have a 0-star one that I'm currently using. If I wanted one of the others, I could buy it, but I already have picked up various different ones of those. I can actually sell some of those, can't I?
Reach into the void.
So, for instance, I have just the weapons to start with. The Slicer Dicer, we have 139 is our best one, so we can sell the others. Clicking, oh, I have to click and hold. I have to come down here and sell. Right. That one we can sell. That's a little bit cumbersome, but on the UI end. And we have a 153 Typhoon, so we don't need the 124 Typhoon. Nice. And now I have more gold.
Void.
I'm filthy. Possibly filthy rich, but filthy for sure. Collect additional components to awaken ransom. But if I just want to upgrade it, I guess I can't just upgrade it. I have to upgrade it by upgrading one of the shell, form, or spirit. So that's the only one that I have even one of the components for. Silver Spectra. I have to do all the parts to upgrade it. Got it. Thank you thank you for letting me know. That informs my opinions on.
Do you hear the singing? Arcane energies converge upon my workshop.
That's nice. Arcane energies converge on his workshop, which is pretty cool, really. Think about it. Or maybe he's just got, Spotify.
Ah, a new Wayfinder. Delightful, delightful. I'm Venge, and you need what I have, for I have what you need. Whatever that may be. A potion, a poem. What is it now?
Lord Halar said I should introduce myself.
Good! It's hard to get supplies in what's left of the world, but my friends and I comb the broken pieces and find those things you need. I'll be here when you know what that is.
Cool. Priority quest. Priority quest is a special type of quest that unlocks key systems and gameplay features. Try to prioritize completing these so you don't miss out on content.
Ready for some fun?
Sorry. Crafting combustibles. Consumables. There we go. Consumables. Basic chimeric blood brew increases break power by 25% up to a maximum of 450 and satiates the user, increasing all XP gains by 3%, lasts 30 minutes. Well, that seems to already be ready to go, so I probably should craft one. I just crafted one. Why is it still highlighted? That is a follow by Cesar Juk. My apologies if that pronunciation is appalling. Pretty likely. Regardless, you get my spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thank you, and good evening. Hi. Sorry about the name. Okay, I can't make any of the other parts. I can't even make another one of these. So I'm not sure why it is accented, but it is. What accessories do they have? Rings? Turtle sores? Shrikes? Oh, the shrike is the bird. Cool. Oh yes, you can never have too many potions, never too many things. This works for Venge too. You craft potions, you use potions, you need more potions, you buy things from Venge. See? Now go. Go get hurt and use many potions. Venge will be waiting. Ah, that was the priority quest. It was completed. I only had to do it once. Okay. Controlling the chaos. Talk to the engineer about accessories. He's right over here. With the music in his office. That is. Dude, your left arm is in equal amounts horrifying and awesome.
Welcome to my workshop. You are newly returned, yes?
Yes.
You may find my appearance unsettling, but trust me,
looks
no
like
one
the
knows more
robotic
about the
race
interaction of
from
magic and metal
Wildstar.
than I.
Makari. The Makari and Wildstar. Not quite as extreme as this, but it's reminiscent of the Makari design.
There is power within you.
Yeah.
Accessories will help you focus that power. Their gifts may seem slight, but even the slightest breeze can turn the tide.
His left arm actually is a little bit pornographic. I'm not judging. Just saying.
The greatest accessories cannot simply be crafted. But you, Wayfinder, you can reach within the gloom and pull forth the echo of such a relic.
Yeah, I hope it does that when no one else is around, because
lost legend.
If it does that only when I'm around, then it's definitely pornographic.
All power has a price. There are things you must find before I can help you.
It needs to have
but
a sound,
in the
and I
days
think
ahead,
that sound is...
you and I will make wondrous things.
Oh, now they're out of sync. I actually feel much better about it when they're out of sync. That's less weird. When they're in sync, though... no, thank you, no. I have to say, so far, I am favorably impressed with the game. I have no idea of what it was like when it was first released as an MMO, but as an ARPG, I am impressed. Hi, Omen.
I'm glad you could spare a little of your precious time.
Wow. Was that sarcasm? Because it does not become you.
As you know, you weren't the only hero lost to the gloom. We both lost friends on the day of the fall. But they may not be lost forever.
Pardon. Yeah.
It's not easy to pull a Wayfinder from the gloom. We need to find the echoes of the hero and use the beacon to create a path they can follow. But together, we can bring them back.
A path.
There are things I need you to find. Elements of power. Traces of our fallen champions. We need to remember who they were so we can find them in the darkness. We need more Wayfinders if we are to survive. Continue your work with Lord Halar, my friend, but be ever watchful for the traces that we need.
Return to Lord Halar. Ow. Okay, I bumped my head. I was a little overly enthusiastic in what I was trying to do, granted.
I trust your dagger is performing adequately?
You know, I'm old, but my dagger performs adequately all the time. All right? I don't need any of those little blue echoes. It works great.
My work has been successful. I've drawn the essence from the webs and found the traces of their maker, the brood mother who spawned these foul things. But before you reach her, you must craft a gloom trace and use it on the gloom gate.
A little bit too much in
I will provide the materials you need this once, but in the future, you will need to find them yourself.
Wordsmithery. What is it?
Once made, the gloom trace will guide you directly to your prey. I hope you took advantage of what our seekers have to offer. I fear you will need all the help you can get.
Surprised the game is still around. It's got a bad something from gamers. Yeah, it got crapped on pretty hard at launch, and their publisher folded. Digital Extremes pulled their publishing arm. Whether how much this might have been involved in it, I don't know. But they pulled it and have spent the last, year and a half or 2 years working on it, turning it into an ARPG. And so far, I'm having a lot of fun with it. The exploration in the missions is really impressed me. That is very, very cool. And that is Natalzin, or Natalzin. This is the best I can do. You also are going to get my spiel. Here it comes. Got to shake it out. I'm going to try to mix it up a little. I've decided that ending up with this as the 4, it's not a great job, so I'm going to try to go with thumbless here. So here we go. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thanks, and welcome. I think this feels a little better than this for counting off the 4. It would be much better, however, if I could find a 5th, and I'd start with like this. I'd go misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, bad function, and frequently complete and total unfunction. And then, hit the with the fifth one for the thumb. Just off the top of my head. You were saying, Lord Halar?
I believe we may be able to use these gloom traces to target specific foes in the future, if needed. Craft the gloom trace and then
What's
go
your
to the
function?
gate.
Conjunction
The gloom
junction.
trace will guide
Exactly,
you to
fat
your
buddy.
foe.
Yep,
We need
and
to know what
mascot
the
as well.
Codex
Very
was
nice.
doing. This broodmother may hold the answer.
I do so admire a fellow well-versed in the classics. Uh-huh. More XP, more gray gloomstone, silver spectra, gold, memory fragments, shadow twin, which... Oh, that's one of my skills. That is... I leap backwards and I leave a clone behind. New priority quest. Speak to Ruby and Skylight. I'll get a mini Ruby. Well, who does that? Priority. Craft the gloom trace. Use the matrix. The broodmother gloom trace. Touchdown. The crowd goes wild. Right, getting the hang of things. But we have a priority thingy to speak to Ruby. Ruby Soho? She's in Skylight somewhere. That's the main mission. I'm looking. There it is. She's over there. $100 meters.
Be careful around
The gloom is here, but the war is yet to come.
Oh! Hey! That was rude. I need that. Up, please. Second floor. Lingerie, power tools, pet supplies.
You know, back home, I was actually the scrawniest of three sisters. You humans really need to eat more protein.
Okay.
It's always a joy when you visit.
We've never met before. Most of Skylight was destroyed in the fall. We spent the last year rebuilding, making sure everyone has some sort of shelter. It's a struggle, but I've managed to find a good space for you. I get my housing. You'll find your place in the Great Hall, just behind Wolf. It's snug, to be sure, but I'm sure you'll find ways to make it feel like home. Let me know if you need help with that. I've got some furnishings and a few odds and ends you might like, but you should go take a look at the place before you make any decisions. Go and settle in. Housing! I got a bed. Basic bed, granted. Let's unlock silo memory. Watch me, I'm silo. Memory fragment. You're lucky we're here, boy. Without us to protect you, the maze would slaughter you all. Now get out of my way.
How did I forget that?
I got a new housing item, a Seeker's Mug. That requires Kairos. I am not Kairos. I am Silo, as we quite clearly demonstrated just a moment ago. Were you not watching? You kids today, I swear to goodness. Pardon me. Make a hole. Not that kind. Wow. Up here at the top of the stairs, or the top of this flight of the stairs anyway. I would like to travel to my apartment. No place like home. Unlocked the achievement for. You like the art style of the game, and you Miss Wildstar quite like that game. I agree. Fat body amens. I will point out there is work being done on a private server for Wildstar. They have, you can go into the housing, and movement is covered. I believe they've started doing some work on combat. But if you would like to just sort of get a whiff of the old WildStar, you can at least do some of the housing stuff, which was one of the strengths of the game. And frankly, she said this place was small. Looks pretty not small to me. Yeah, this place actually kicks ass, I would like to say. That would be the phrase I would use. Ass kicking. The devs made it bigger in the last patch. It was small. It was probably small to start with because you would grind and get bigger ones eventually. That's certainly what I would expect. You know, they wanted the bigger ones to be something you would get. Oh, you can open the windows. They would want the bigger ones to be something you would get eventually. Enter editing mode. Housing apartments. Your apartment's your own space to call home and skylight. Collect various types of decorative and housing items. Editing mode. When in editing mode, the camera will switch to a free look. Decor, artifacts, trophies, pets, item inventory. Right. E, next. When you go to next, it should immediately scroll up. Editing mode controls. Item limits. The item limits, again, that's the kind of thing that would have been either gotten through grinding or microtransactions in the older version of the game. Options to raise and lower the camera view, change grid snapping, that kind of stuff. Item limits. House settings, manage artifacts. Allows you to set which artifacts currently placed in your home are currently active. Once activated, if selected artifacts grant persistent gameplay buffs. That's similar to trophies in New World, which we just was playing, which I was just playing. Reset the layout is an option. Okay, that's everything. Open the inventory. I've got a basic bed. Wow, it really is a free camera. Okay. All right, how do I... there we go. We're moving that. So we've got our bed. Whoops. That's going to take a little getting used to, gotta say. I wake up looking out at the buildings in the sky. It's beautiful here. Well, a dresser, obviously. Wow. Yeah, I think that was probably makes a little more sense, you know. It's not perfectly placed. That's fine for now, you know. That is the basic clock. The rug. Well, we want the rug on the floor so our feet don't get too cold while we're getting dressed from our dresser, you know. Furnishings, artifacts. I've got artifacts. No, this is decor. Oh, I see. Yeah, we've got furnishings, lighting. Decorations, obviously. My pride and joy. My fish head. Okay, maybe not. Got decorations. Wall decor, I have none. Artifacts, I have none. Trophies, pets, okay. Exit editing mode. We're back in ourselves. Oh, look at this. It's pretty nice. Gotta say, it's a very nice little system. Perfectly functional. And I think, oh, so we've got a fireplace with a not so roaring, but sort of mildly roaring fire. I'm gonna call it an evening here. I think. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, of course. With more of this. I am enjoying it so far. I am pleasantly surprised. I am not regretting my $25. we'll see if I get enough out. I expect I will get enough play out of the game that I will not regret that $25 it cost. I'm going to keep playing New World off stream, but I think I'm going to do some streaming on this for a while, at least. At least the next game I'm definitely playing is a week from Tuesday. 9 days. Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, 9 days. And that is the first content patch to Janthier Wilds for Guild Wars 2. But this might keep me busy for the next 9 days. Regardless, again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out, as always. Definitely and genuinely appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Back again tomorrow. Same old crap from me, but with a new game. Hope the rest of your Sunday night goes great, and as always, I like to set an achievable goal for my viewers. I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. I'm back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care.